If you're interested in digital communications for your brand and business, you can learn a lot from politics. You can learn a lot from speeches. And ooh, do we have a doozy? We've got a real big speech that was just made today by the UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer, who is resigning. But what's really interesting is the speech will not just reveal what their thoughts and sentiments are around their resignation, and there was some emotion in it, but it will also reveal what the objectives still are. So within this speech, I'll reference it a little bit. I won't do an impersonation. Within this speech, he still got to big up the Labour Party and the whole power infrastructure behind it, and also set the tone for what's to come, because we know whoever replaces Keir Starmer is going to have to take on the other political parties at the next general election, whether it's a scheduled one or a snap one. But also, there are certain key messages that will take on the other side of the political spectrum. So there was a reference to the national flag. Here it is, becoming a party that once again stood proudly with, not against, our national flag. The hard work of change was with a singular purpose, not power for power's sake, but to change Britain for the better. He talks about being a fairer country, not just serving the privileged few. There you go, we're going to try and compete with the lines given by the Green Party and those on the left of the political spectrum. And for those who are really concerned about geopolitical, as an international instability, there is still that line about securing trade deals. I think that was meant to read, standing with Ukraine, standing up for our values, rebuilding our relationship with allies in Europe. And then there's this line: change promised by a Labour government. I said I wouldn't. Change promised by a Labour government. Change fought for by a Labour government. Change delivered by a Labour government. I really held back there. It's this repeated mantra that is used a lot in communications that really has an impact. And this is revealing because this individual isn't just leaving and moving on to another job. This individual still represents a power structure, which is why I always ask, add the power lens to any situation that you're either looking to analyze or communicate for, because you've got to understand those power structures and the impact on the situation, the interdependencies, all of the factors that tie in with whatever the objective could be for this statement. He went on, I will ask the National Executive Committee of the Labour Party to set out a timetable for nominations. So it's referencing the power structure. It's referencing what's going on behind the scenes. It's not just about what we see on the surface. He talks about inheriting a Labour Party that was politically, financially, and morally bankrupt. Ooh, choice words. So it was packing quite a punch, even if his perhaps presence and voice doesn't pack the punch. Journalists and media picking up the speech to document and commentate on will look into it. They'll really read between the lines. But once again, there is a lot of reference to the Labour government, the behind the scenes, the parliamentary party. And he said, the question my party is asking now is whether I'm best placed to lead us into the next general election. I've heard the answer of my parliamentary party to that question, and I accept that answer with good grace. So you can absolutely learn a lot from the political sector, from these speeches in particular, how people weave in key messages, which objectives do they need to still satisfy, and what are the power structures in place. These are really useful lenses to apply. You can apply this using my 7 strategic zones. You can also look at my Intelligent Brand downloadable booklet. And also, if you're a brand or a business and you want an audit on your communications, just hit me up. I'll see you in the next video.